to give awards to people who deserve them so much. This is an exciting moment. Paige Greene has been the backbone, the infrastructure to ABMR for 12 years. 12 years she has served on council. She has taken on the hardest, kind of most intense job of secretary. She is the history keeper for ABMR. She has recruited most of us, who have been on council. It's because Paige, we want to work with her. She asked us to help, and that's how ABMR has continued for many years. She has shown such commitment to our society. I feel like we wouldn't be here without her. And this is all on top of a phenomenally full and high impact career promoting behavioral sciences at NIH. And on top of that, she just finished a term being the president of the American Psychosomatic Society. She has won so many awards, I can't list them. One is the NIH Directors Award. She is really one of the most admired colleagues. She's so collaborative, generous, and kind. And she's an outstanding and very in-demand mentor. She's mentored many postdocs who have gone on to highly successful careers in both government and academia. She's a visionary thought leader. She has many influential projects that she's run and implemented in her role as the chief of basic biobehavioral and psychological sciences at NCI. There's just so many. One is the biobehavioral pathways to cancer. One is the Accelerated Biological Aging in Cancer Survivors Initiative. She's part of the Science of Behavior Chains Initiative, the NCI Working Group on the interoception of cancer. And she's a leader in their Equity Council working groups. She is fierce and powerful. And if you know Paige, you know that. She is a force of nature when it comes to making important things happen. She has a passion for social justice and equity, and she's at the forefront of advocating for her colleagues and for issues. As Susan Chakowski has said, Paige demonstrates the qualities of grit and grace, and they coexist in her with elegance and ease. To have grit means you have the courage to show the strength of your character. She is so highly deserving of this award, and Paige, you have all of our admiration and accolades, and it's just such an honor to give you the service award. And if you have it with you, you can hold it up for us. I have to see this.
Well, I'm really humbled beyond compare. And I've said that many times to my colleagues who I've had the privilege of serving on council. But I just want to give you a little bit of history. So although I was trained in behavioral medicine and health psychology through the University of Miami, my real inaugural sort of embodied introduction to the academy was as a fill-in for Robert Corral, who I now need to refer to as the former director of the Division of Cancer Control and Population Sciences at the National Cancer Institute. And if you don't know, I refer to Bob as our former director because just today he transitioned to a senior advisor role a few months ahead of his retirement at the end of the year. So I really feel like I have been around for a while. He had been in that position for 20 years, I believe. But I entered my first ABMR meeting in 2006 as an awestruck guest. And then I had the great fortune to have been invited to the 2007 annual meeting by the late Ron Glazer, who I had had the opportunity to work with to present the work I was leading at NCI on the biobehavioral regulation of cancer. So I am still not sure whom among this honorific body nominated me for membership, but without their courage and belief that I might have something valuable to contribute, I would not be speaking to you this evening. So I dedicate this award to my nominators. And also, I hope she's still on, to my dear friend and mentor, Maria Yabre, whom I had the great fortune to follow as ABMR secretary. Maria has truly been a servant leadership role model for me since I was a very scared, first year graduate student in stats class. But I am also dedicating this award to the several ABMR presidents I have served during my tenure as secretary, and I'd be remiss if I did not acknowledge specifically Jerry Sulls, my former partner in crime, my intellectual and scientific muse, Martika Hall, and of course, Alyssa Epple. Alyssa foremost among with my colleagues, Joe and Anna, Tika, Mustafa, Frank, Annette, Suzanne, Richard, Ed, Viola, and Sherry deserve this award, and I accept it, fully cognizant of our shared passion for serving the Academy, especially during this most unprecedented era of my lifetime. So when my brother noticed the award after it was delivered to me, he said in his panned speech, "Nice," to which I replied, "It's really been my honor and my privilege to serve," followed by, "It's also a reminder that I am fortunate to be getting older." So with that, I just really want to thank Alyssa and Anna and all of those who continue to remind me that I have something to offer at times, even when I am quiet and observant and trying to be a wallflower. So thank you so much for accepting me into the Academy and allowing me to serve. It has truly been my honor and my privilege. Thank you.
Paige, thank you so much. You can't see all the smiles and love. There are smiles and love radiating at you. You are so beloved. Thank you so much for being with us. And boy, we wish we could hug you. Okay, well, stay with us, but we're gonna move on to the next one. I'd like to call Joe Schwartz, who is another pillar and foundation of ABMR, to give the Outstanding Lifetime Service Award to Ken Friedland. So come on up, Ken. It's on. Try it.
Hi.
Test it.
Can people hear me? I guess I can hear myself, so you must be able to hear me. Ken, it's an honor to offer you this award from the Academy. You've done, we know much about you from your work on depression and congestive heart failure. But this award is really not for the fantastic research you've done. It's for the service that you've given to behavioral medicine, to ABMR, and the goals that we all strive towards. In 2009, you were president of the ABMR, and we had a wonderful meeting in Keystone, Colorado. Very shortly after that, there was the premature passing of Andy Baum, and you took on the responsibilities of treasurer of ABMR and did that for many years until you took on some editorship and asked someone else to do it. You served for 11 years as associate editor of psychosomatic medicine, and you're currently in your 4th year, I think, as the editor-in-chief of Health Psychology. But then the last thing I want to mention is it was your formative ideas to set up the Behavioral Medicine Research Council, and it was really your baby. You saw it through. You put together the proposals. You got the backing for it, and then you just graciously stepped back, and other people are doing it. And you've done that selflessly in so many ways. I'm sorry, I forgot one last thing, is that 20 years, many of which we've done together at the Summer Institute for the young investigators doing RCTs in behavioral medicine. So for all of that, we give you the service award.
Anna. Good enough. Yay, exciting. Thank you so much, Joe. That's so exciting.
Thank you. Right. Thank you, Joe, and thank you, Alyssa, and thanks everybody for this. First of all, I'm very honored to be mentioned along with Paige Greene for this. She's been a wonderful colleague all these years and really deserves this service award. I think I've been struck for a long time by the fact that we are a relatively small community of scientists who are collectively trying to take on an enormous range of very consequential problems in many different areas: cancer, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and now bigger issues like socioeconomic, racial and ethnic disparities, climate change. I mean, we have a lot to reckon with, and we're a small community. And so it seems to me that it's important for us to look beyond our own research, because no matter what we accomplish, there is only so much we can do in our own labs and in our own work. And so it's important to build the kinds of organizations and infrastructure and training opportunities that enable us to band together and extend what we do and reach farther than we might be able to do on our own. Those are the kinds of things that I think ABMR is honoring with this service award. And I'm really grateful to my colleagues that they recognize the importance of that kind of work, that we are here not just about our research, we are also here about what we can do as a scientific community to go beyond our own capabilities and our own work, and see what we can do together. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. That's Ken, always bringing his big vision of what behavioral medicine can do and manifesting that. So we'll hear more about the BMRC that he created on Sunday morning. John Rue, as the president, will present that. Okay, so next I would like to invite Tika Hall to come and receive the Lifetime Achievement in Mentoring Award. This is an exciting moment, and we're just so pleased, come over here, to be giving this award to Tika, because mentoring is one of the most important aspects in our field. We wouldn't be here if we didn't have the generosity and the spirit and the heart of transmitting our care and knowledge to the next generation, and Tika has embodied that. She has been completely a pioneer in her own research line in the sleep field. She was trained by Andy Baum in stress and immune system. She fell in love with sleep, and she has been the pioneer in bringing sleep research, bridging it with behavioral medicine. She even started a new area and conference, really bringing us to the importance of circadian rhythms, sleep and circadian rhythms. She grew up in South America. She felt othered. She was a gringo, and she has always had a mission to be inclusive in every way. And mentoring has been her passion. We have many of her mentees here in the audience. She just this morning with Sue Everson Rose gave a morning-long mentoring session to our early stage investigators. And what I heard from that was the word that just makes my heart sing, which is, this was transformative. And Tika is transformative. And she basically told them, do what makes your heart sing. And that's how she has lived. And there's another remarkable part of the story for those of you who don't know. Tika was told earlier this year that she had stage 4 metastatic cancer and had weeks to live. And she was told to go home and have hospice. And she listened. And she had the will to say goodbye gracefully. And many of us were part of that goodbye. And that was transformative. Tika has said goodbye in the same way she lives, with grace, with beauty, and with purpose. And with so little angst compared to the acceptance she had that this was going to be the end, but that she had lived a very meaningful and purposeful life. And in that last month, when she was told was the last month of her life, she basically expressed love and caring for others and took care of other people while she was battling cancer. The miracle is the persistence of those around her. Her oncologists and her friends engaged her in continuing treatment. And here she is today in her body. It's not easy to have a body that's in the middle of chemotherapy, but she's chosen to live fully. She's here to be with us. She mentored a group today. Just blown away by every interaction I have with Tika. So this award, not only do you so deserve it, you've changed our society with it. You have put mentoring in the forefront of our society. It's our explicit value. This award will have a long legacy, and we're just so grateful to you. Okay, so that's your turn.
So I said earlier, there will be tears. Yeah, I was right again. Did you want me to say something?
Yeah, anything you want. You have time.
So I can say with certainty that I'm going to say that there has never been an ABMR member more pleased to find themselves at an ABMR meeting. I'm supposed to be in an urn right now. So, this is much, much better, even though I'm really cold. It's weird, frankly, to personally, to find yourself in a position of receiving an award that has been named in your honor. Because usually that happens after you're even colder than I am right now. So, it's kind of awkward, but I do have to say that I'm really moved by this. I mean, so when you get told you've got a month and you're like, oh crap, I had so much stuff that I needed to get done, and I got it done and gave away like all my clothes, and had to get new glasses because I gave away my glasses. Anyway, so I had a lot of work to do, but I can tell you that I have never in my life felt more loved and more alive because of the notes, the cards, I'm going to be eating Grubhub for the rest of my days and my son's days because everybody was so generous. And I can tell you that the jobs that we do are hard. We're not paid in terms of the effort that we give, but this is a really rewarding way to live your life. It's not easy, but it's really rewarding. And I want to look out there and say to you guys, thank you to the leadership of ABMR, to the members of ABMR, and to the early stage investigators who are here, from graduate student to postdoc to assistant professors. Thank you for writing checks to send to ABMR to say, yes, we believe in the importance of mentoring. This is a seismic shift for Academy of Behavioral Medicine Research, which is a lauded society of eminent scientists. But for many years, the meetings happened, they were always, in these beautiful places, but it was kind of like Camelot. You're not sure if it happened in those mists of Avalon, or, was it real or was it not? But a few years ago, there were a number of us who really believed and wanted to look to younger generations, more junior individuals who frankly are the future of our field. Again, no big pressure on you guys or anything, but and make sure that the people behind us were going to push and continue the science forward. And so that it is a mentoring award is just so meaningful to me, because it is true to me, the truly most rewarding thing about what I do scientifically. But I also want to acknowledge it in terms of the seismic shift for ABMR and recognizing the importance. And don't feel like you're not significant, early stage investigator folks. The importance and the promise of the folks that we are training. And we need to do a really purposeful and intentional job at mentoring those people who come behind us.
Beautiful. Yes. Beautiful. Thank you. Okay. Whew. That was absolutely beautiful. We all came just for that. Okay, I'd next like to call Ashley Mason up to the stage to receive the Neil Miller New Investigator Award. So we're moving into the next phase where we have two awardees who will give talks. Neil Miller actually was on